Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make these spaghetti and meatballs with authentic Italian meat sauce or whatever you want to call it. So first I'm going to start by dicing a yellow. Actually, I believe that was a white onion. Yes. But ideally you want to use the yellow onion. And I'm going to start by putting that in a large dice. It can really be a very fine dice. I knew it wouldn't matter because this is going to be cooked down for a very long time, so it's fine. Then you want to dice a bell pepper. It can be any colored bell pepper. And then I'm actually going to be cooking this in my pressure cooker today, so I have that on the saute setting. Then I'm going to put in some olive oil and let those sweat and saute for a while. And I have some whole peeled tomatoes, and what I'm going to do is crush them with my hand. You could get pre-diced tomatoes or whatever, you know what I'm saying, but I like to crush them myself because I enjoy the texture of the tomatoes, and I feel like it gives it more of an authentic taste like they do at the Italian restaurants or the store-bought kind. And then I'm gonna pour in a can of tomato puree, and we're just gonna stir that together, and that's like the base for your sauce. Those are the only two tomato ingredients you need. Like I said, you can use diced ones, but like I said, I like the whole tomatoes. And then I'm gonna season it with my seasonings. I'll link them below, but honestly you can season it with whatever you want to season it with. And I'm gonna put in about 5 cloves of garlic, and those are gonna cook down as well. You won't even taste them in the final product, I can assure you, without a blender, because they're going to cook down beautifully. And then I'm gonna add in 2 cups of water. Depending on how much tomatoes and tomato puree you have, you may need more or less water. And I'm gonna add in some fresh basil. The fresh basil gives it that background flavor. It gives it a very herbal, earthy flavor, and it pairs beautifully with the tomatoes. So definitely be sure to put that in there. And I'm gonna add a whole lot because once again, that's gonna cook down as well. And one of my secret ingredients for the sauce would be the Lipton onion soup mix. Not a full mix though, you just want about maybe a little sprinkle, honestly. And we are going to let that leave that on the saute setting and allow it to cook for a little while, and then we can start on our meatballs. So I'm gonna crack in 2 eggs to start, and then I'm gonna add in some breadcrumbs. I'm gonna pour that in there. The breadcrumbs will keep the meat moist while it cooks in the sauce for this long amount of time. And I'm also gonna, another secret ingredient, I'm gonna add in a Parmesan, and I'm gonna season it with my seasonings, same things that I seasoned the spaghetti sauce with: onion powder, garlic powder, beef bouillon, garlic salt, Cajun seasoning, and yeah, those are pretty much the only seasonings that I used. And the Lipton soup mix. And also for that tomato sauce, I actually forgot that I had the tomato bouillon, but I would put that in the tomato sauce as well if you really enjoy the flavors of the tomato bouillon. But that's honestly optional. And you're just gonna mix that together. Try to get it evenly incorporated without over mixing. You don't want to continuously mix it over and over and over because that will make the meat tough. And then I'm gonna sprinkle a cast iron skillet or just any non-stick skillet with some olive oil. You're gonna form your meatballs, and then you're going to put them in the skillet and allow those to get a brown crust. Now, we're not looking to cook these fully. We just want these to have a beautiful brown crust. Actually, you want them to be darker than you would traditionally cook, say like a cheeseburger. You want these to be super dark, and let me tell you why. Because when they go in the sauce, if you cook them too light, they will fall apart, and we're not looking for them to fall apart. We're not looking for that result. It's not like sausage gravy or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be meatballs, and if you want them to hold their structure and stay together, you need to overcook the outside just a bit. And remember, these won't be cooked on the inside. They're not cooked on the inside at all at this point because they've only been on high heat, and they just need to touch the skillet. They don't need to be in there that long. And I'm gonna allow that to pressure cook for 20 minutes. And also you're gonna add the meatballs back into the bolognese sauce or the Italian meat sauce. And then I'm gonna boil my pasta, which is pretty self-explanatory. Make sure you heavily salt the water. And then you're going to add in your I use spaghetti noodles, and you're just going to keep twirling those around until they cook and allow those to boil for about 15 minutes or however long the instructions say for you to cook. And You want those to be perfectly al dente. And there you have it, guys. You have beautiful homemade spaghetti and meatballs. This came out so amazing. The sauce was so flavorful. I got so many compliments making this, and I really hope you guys try this recipe and you really are inspired to make your own meat sauce for spaghetti and meatballs, because it's so simple, it's so authentic. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Goodbye.